Hi my friends, I'm Ixim. Today we're doing another exercise, a card a day. The card of today is number 6, the lovers. And they are two geese, birds, yes, and they are flying and they're looking straight and they're flying in a way that it looks very happy, really much in union and balance and harmony. Now the colors of this card, there's a lot of colors, although the yellow is very strong. I'm sorry, this camera is moving. Okay, there we go. That's better. Anyway, so if we look at the card's colors, um, and then you look another deck, the same number, you're gonna see these colors in those cards. As you can see, we only see the birds, and this sort of card, this number card, and any other deck has a lot of symbolism. So I believe that in this deck, they use the colors to bring the symbolism in there, since they're using only the two birds. So let's say this one over here, if you compare both, we see that the hair, see, and the angel is green, red, yellow, right? Then there's red and a little bit of blue, there's light blue, and over here, it's a lot of colors. So if you look at this card, this one has a lot of things in there, like the clouds and the trees and the snake and it just has a lot of things on it. And this one, no, it doesn't. But the colors are bringing the symbolism of the other deck card, the same deck card. So if you look, we have the yellow, the red, and the green, just as in the other deck here. And what does that color mean, right? And so this is the we can say the divine guidance, the passion, the desire, this is the manifestation of the earth, or the connection with the earth, or being, wealth, the wealth of whatever it is that you decide, And then we have light blue, and then we have dark blue. And then we have the pink, light pink, and the red. And over here, there's a lot of love, and then over here is energy and feelings, and feelings because it's the blue. So you have all of these colors related to those colors, and then the colors are bringing a lot of symbolism in this card. Now the two birds are looking straight; they're not looking at each other, but they have, as you can see, they're around the yellow. So the yellow brings that happiness, that harmony, that balance that I think the number 6 is all about. The number 6, to me, it talks about the giving and receiving, that flow of energy of love, that to be perfect needs to be, fair. And that sometimes you go up and down, but as much as, but you have to remember that energy, that love energy is there, and it has to flow. So for it to be balanced and to have harmony, that energy has to flow. So the coming and the going, the giving and receiving has to be balanced, right? In terms of love, you can say, that it's not only your love that is going to bring this marriage, success. You need both of the person's love, both of the person's input and desire for that relationship to exist. And if you see it in the job and you have this partnership and it's now upside down, okay, so the giving and receiving, somebody's hurt, is not receiving what he thinks he deserves, is not communicating, so the other person doesn't know what's going on, so the energy is not flowing, so there is a restriction, there is a problem in the way the relationship is working. So right there, that's the way it works with me, the number 6, and what the card is all about. To me, it speaks about relationships, and like I say, the receiving and giving, but in all the areas in your life, not only love. Because when we see the lovers, we think of love. But in reality, it talks a little bit about everything in your life. If you talk about mental and emotional, well, let's say that you have a big desire. But then mentally, if your mind say, that's not right, that's not correct. So then in that context, for you to make a decision that is kind of work out, you need your mind and your heart together. they need to be in peace with that decision, because a lot of times this card comes in a decision making, in the decision making issue, or that you want to make a decision and you're not sure you want to make a decision and you're looking everything around, and how you can make this decision succeed. So then that way you need to balance your feelings and what is your mind is telling you and what do you want. What do you want and what you mind? So that is speaking to me in terms of shadow work. That's what you can say, that I have a conflict in this area. Well, what is exactly the problem? Is it my thinking process, my emotional process, that I desire something that my mind think is right? So right there's no balance, no harmony. So I need to work it through. I need to do something about it. Now, also, this card talks about, the feminine side and the masculine side. So the feminine side will be your creative area, the way you protect and love other people, the way your mother, and you are a man and you are a woman and you have both, the feminine and the masculine. So then, a lot of us, when we like tarot and arts and, crystals and everything, we tend to be very feminine. We use a lot of our energy in the feminine aspect, and then we have problems, because we flow and we're very creative and we do this and we do that and we forget to pay the bill. We forget to make the line. We forget to send the car. We forget to do what we need to do. And the masculine side is, the structure, the routine, what do we have to do to get where we are, the focus, that sort of thing. So, for us to be successful in life, we need to balance, our feminine and our masculine side. So when it's regard of a question, what kind of question, that I'm, or a decision making, when I have a problem making a decision, that is where I need to think, maybe, am I using too many of my feminine side, that I'm using too much of my, what are the restrictions that are keeping me, for making that decision that I want? And why is it bothering me so much? And, it's one of those cases that, you have to go in and you have to decide and compromise, I guess, with your inner self or with your mind and with your emotions. And sometimes you're just not ready and you have to take that break, right? Sometimes you really want something, but, you don't, you're really not ready to make that step, or maybe not all the way. Maybe you can do little steps. So I am going to do some journaling, not really any other thing right now with this card, but I do have issues, especially one where I know my emotions are very strong, but then my mind is telling me something else. So there is a harmony that I really work on. So I want to do journaling, and then I want to do a mandala using these colors, and try to bring, or try to reflect in what is going to bring harmony between my mind and my feelings, so I can be happy. So anyway, thank you for being with me and thank you for learning with me, and I welcome any suggestions or questions, and thank you. Bye bye.